at the end of the day, cheating low key kind of falls on both parties.
You're sacrificing your sex life, but I'm sacrificing my body. So you should respect me enough to not step out and cheat because I'm pregnant because we can't have sex. You know? Hey friends, it's Rish. And we are back with another video. Before we hop into this video, you know what to do. Go ahead and like and subscribe and ring that bell so you can be notified anytime the Adventure Fan puts up new content. Now, without further ado, we are getting into our second late night chat of the day. Second late night chat of the week?
Second late night chat.
Second late night chat, period. Which is, once a cheater, always a cheater. Now, that's with a question mark at the end. And also, what is classified as cheating? Because I think we need to go into what cheating is to really decide if once a cheater, always a cheater.
Well, I want to start with the one that a lot of guys like to say is cheating. I want to know how you feel about it, and then I'll tell you how I feel about it.
Okay.
You dancing on other niggas.
Okay.
But you out with your friends. I'm not there.
Okay.
It's a situation where y'all are out with y'all friends, and it's just a dance.
I don't think that's cheating, me personally. I'm also Caribbean, so like it's normal to like dance with your friends. I don't know. I don't think. Why are you looking at me like that? I don't think it's cheating personally. I think cheating is whether you're emotionally involved with someone while you're in a relationship with someone else, or whether you're physically involved with someone while in a relationship with someone else. But I don't think that dancing on somebody is cheating.
So, before me, like 18 to when I met you, like 24? 18 to about 20. Honestly, no, because
18 to 20.
Even before I met you, like I was starting to shift my I'm just having a general thought paradigm shift, you know what I'm saying? Just like how I feel about just humanity and how we interact with each other in general as people. So like before, yes, I would have been like, oh no, you cheated. You know what I'm saying? Like that's cheating. But like now it's like, because, you know, like you said, Caribbean culture and like especially within the past few years, Caribbean music really started popping in the United States. So like there was a lot more exposure to it. And so like, I don't feel that way now. I don't feel like it's cheating.
Now, there was a certain scenario with someone who I used to date where they saw me dancing with someone else at a party. Or my ex-partner confronted me and said, you know, he didn't like that, right? At which point I was like, okay. So I think,
right, you have to communicate.
Yeah, if the person
something like that,
right.
Because
however, blatant cheating.
Right.
We're gonna get into the topic for real. Because once a cheater, always cheater. I personally,
are they? Personally, once a cheater, always a cheater? Question mark.
I think that someone can learn from cheating. I say no, because I do feel that if someone cheats, there is a possibility that they could not cheat again. Okay. However, I can't think of a moment where I've been cheated on. So that's kind of hard because I've never really been with a cheater to say that they wouldn't do it again. You know what I'm saying? However, I have yet to hear a story of someone cheating who did not cheat again. That doesn't mean that I have lost, you know, I haven't heard a story of someone who has cheated.
Because normally when somebody cheats and they get over it, they don't bring it up anymore. So
yeah.
You as an outsider wouldn't even have heard about it anyway because it happened that one time.
Right.
They discussed it and they handled their business.
But I do think that humans can cheat and learn from the experience. However, in real life, in terms of my personal experience, I haven't seen heard someone who cheated and didn't cheat again. So
I'm on the same sentiment. I'll take a step back because you can't. When it comes to humans, there is no absolute.
Yeah, there's no right.
So for me, when it comes, I feel like if somebody cheats, it's because they're missing something from the relationship.
Right.
Now, if it was sex that they missed from a relationship, that would explain why they had sex and it was just sex. And I feel like from that, like you can that person cannot cheat again. But that person can cheat again if they're still not getting the amount of sex that they feel like they need. You know what I'm saying?
However, if you're not getting the amount of sex that you need,
that's something you should communicate.
That should be communicated, because sex is, I feel like, an easy fix. I feel like an emotional cheater.
It's easy for us to say that.
Right.
We have a very because we have a healthy sex life.
But I still feel like an emotional cheater.
Well, that would be my other thing, right? Because at the end of the day, cheating low key kind of falls on both parties.
Sometimes people just cheat.
Yeah, absolutely. But sometimes, and I will almost go say most times people cheat on each other is because of something that they weren't getting from their partner.
Yeah, but sometimes people just cheat. Sometimes people have really good partners, and they just get tempted, do it, and they're like, I'm gonna go home to my great partner. Like, just like how you're saying, it's some in most sexual circumstances, it's just sex.
Yeah,
I believe that sometimes it's just sex, but I can't blame party A for party B having sex with somebody when they were home doing nothing. Like,
if party A is never having sex with party B for no specific reason other than I just don't want to have sex.
Well, that's something that needs to be communicated, but party A still shouldn't be cheating.
True, absolutely.
I don't care.
Right.
Like,
no, you're right.
Because if you go out and have sex and then you come back home to me, you're like, well, we haven't been having sex, and I'm like, okay, and then we talk about it.
We've communicated about that. Well, hopefully it's communicated before the cheating happens.
But say you cheat, right? And then you come home and you're like, well, we talked about it and we still weren't having sex. Party B is still not responsible. You should have broke up party A. Should have broke up a party B.
That was going to be my next thing. Is that so it's hard. Also, like, I hate being like, dump that person if you're not fucking with them. You know what I'm saying? If they're not matching if they're not.
But if you have to go out and cheat twice, you should break up with them.
Right.
It shouldn't be no situation. Right.
Unless even if it's I'm cheating just because I want to cheat, like you said. If you're cheating on that person more than once, you don't need to be, because you're hurting that person. So like, stop hurting that person.
Because if you cheat once and then we communicate about it and we both grow from it, I feel like that should have been it. Right. The next time is, you just want. Yeah, the next time you just cheated. The next time you feel like, well, first time we were able to justify it, we were able to talk about it. Low key, my actions were justifiable. Then now, that one don't count.
Right.
Like, because we talked about it, we're still together, we're gonna work through it, But I just don't think cheating is justified. I don't think it's justifiable. I don't. I understand the other party.
What about the relationships? Well, the thing is, right? Because it always comes back to, have you communicated that you're not receiving what you should be receiving from that person?
Right.
And if you have, and that person hasn't changed, it's upon you to like pretty much reevaluate whether or not you want to be in that situation anymore. Yeah. That's why I said, like, I hate saying leave that person, leave them if they're not fucking with you and they're not doing what you need them to do. But at the same time, it's like, you deserve, I hate to say it like this, but you deserve the same kind of love that we have, where it's unconditional and we communicate 100%. Like, I couldn't think of, like, just with our other video, like, we can't think of any career choice that we would make to make us, you know what I'm saying, leave each other. Just like, I couldn't think of any reason why I would ever cheat on you, because I'm satisfied in every aspect of it.
And if you weren't satisfied, I would hope that you communicate that before cheating.
Right.
Like, I don't see that's once a cheater, always a cheater, because that's the question. I guess the answer is in a bad.
That's the thing with humanity, man. Like, there is no set and that's like that's what makes us so great as people, is that just because something works for one person doesn't mean it's gonna work for the next. And also, like, the whole, because I feel like there's another stigma about cheating, and like, you're not supposed to take the person back. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's also
and forgiveness is still a thing.
Right.
and especially amongst millennials, it's like you don't take no shit, period. You don't forgive. So if a person is doing you dirty, right, and then they cheat on you on top of that, like, then I feel like you have every right to get out, because it was already in an unhealthy relationship. You weren't happy, whatever. But if you guys are happy, your partner gets lit one night and you're not around, you know, nobody,
whatever. I mean,
things happen,
right? Because drunk is being high off weed, totally different thing from being drunk,
right?
You know what I'm saying? You can literally become a different person,
right?
Drunk.
So something happens, right? Y'all do it. You wake up and you're like, oh my god, I cheated. You go back to your partner and you're like, you know, but we're in good standing. Is me messing up one time gonna be it? I think the person does have every right to be like, do I want to forgive this person and be like, let's start over, never know your limits, never get drunk like that ever again, or leave. I think whatever decision the person makes, the person has every
their decision.
But I feel like if the partner forgave them for that action, I don't necessarily think that that's 100%. That's not wrong. I think it's a very personal decision. Some people tolerate cheating, some people don't. Me personally, I don't tolerate cheating. Especially now, because I'm married, I just feel like if there's any point, and this comes with relationship maturity, because before I could say that I could have gotten cheated on because my relationships were lacking communication, my relationships were lacking transparency, my relationships were lacking reciprocity, because I mean we weren't equally yoked with my last partners. I could honestly say that. So I could see where there could be room for cheating. But now I don't see the room for that. Yeah. Because I think that.
Because even when you were saying that, 60% of men that cheat when they're pregnant.
Yeah, when their partner is pregnant. Yeah. To me, that's some selfish shit. Now, I understand because we were. No sex is crazy. Right. We've really been talking about this topic all day. So, when you're pregnant, you don't always want to have sex. Say you have a healthy sex life and you guys are doing it all the time, and then your partner goes and they don't have sex for, 6 months. 6 months. Sometimes people don't have sex from the point where they get pregnant. Yeah. Now, although you can understand your partner, having a sexual appetite and you want to, meet that need for your partner, at the same time, you're sacrificing your body. Like, there has to be you're sacrificing your sex life, but I'm sacrificing my body. So you should respect me enough to not step out and cheat because I'm pregnant, because we can't have sex. You know what I'm saying? So even that I don't feel is justified.
Also, if y'all are okay with y'all people having sex with other people, that's also up to y'all.
Right. If it's an open relationship and you're like, well, I can meet your emotional needs, but I can't meet your sexual needs, and I'm okay with you going out and getting that while I can't do that for you. Do whatever y'all rules are for your relationship is your business. We've seen several different types of relationships amongst several, and they all work for them. Mm-hmm. Just because it works for them. We've also seen people try to build their relationships after how our relationship was built, and we've seen them fail because that's just not how their relationship was meant to work. Right. So then that's the thing. So say you have an open relationship, right? But then the person creates a whole nother emotional relationship with their sexual partner, their extra sexual partner. Is that cheating? Yeah, because it was supposed to have been just sex. But also, you have to. That's where it gets really tricky and what's the word I'm looking for? Murky. Yeah. It's because I said you can have sex with them, but no, you can't build an emotional connection with them. And is that really possible? They pretty much feel like they are your partner. Yeah. As well as me or in spite of me. Yeah. They are your partner. And that is not what was agreed upon. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's a hard But you can't really be having sex with people and not have any sort of. Well, most people. Yeah. Most people. Some people can really just be having sex with absolutely people and have zero attachment to them. That's true. But I know that I cannot have sex with someone over and over and over again and not have some sort of. Yeah. Like on what was that show I was watching? Frankie and Grace. Yeah. Grace and Frankie. There was a situation where I think one of the couples. They're older. I don't know if y'all. Yeah, they're older. They're older people. What, they're 70, late 70s? Yeah. So one of the couples in his theater show, they have an open relationship, but his rule was after you have sex with them one time, you can't do it again. And I feel like if you're gonna do that, that's almost how it has to be done if you expect not to have any sort of connection with that person eventually. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you have sex with somebody once, y'all may be cool.
Just keep pushing.
Yeah. But if you continually have sex with someone over and over and over again, y'all not just fucking and leaving. Yeah, you guys might be conversing in bed after, or like, you know, just talking or going to dinner. Like, but then again, I could be wrong because there are plenty of people who can do it and not have any sort of emotional connection. So
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like there are people out there that can.
So this question is really not cut dry. It can't be because it's so multi-dimensional. Yeah, like it's too open. So once a cheater, always a cheater. I'ma say sometimes. Ultimately, my answer. Yeah. Sometimes. Okay, I do think that people can learn their lesson after cheating, and but I also, like I said, I can't think of a situation where someone has cheated and did not cheat again in real life. So, I don't know.
Yeah, even with me, like I was cheated on and then cheated on, I think at least like 3 times with this one particular person I was with. And like, if you ask me today, they may still be a cheater. I'm not with them, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know who they are now. You know what I'm saying? But definitely, if you had to ask me back then, would she have cheated on me again? I would be, yes.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I feel like if you would have stayed, then there may have been another situation. Because that's just where, and the relationship wasn't 100% healthy.
Right.
So that leaves mad room for cheating.
That's kind of like, because also like, I'm just going to put myself out there. Mm-hmm. Like for me, for example, I always had some sort of feeling that I would get cheated on by this person. And so for me to have those feelings as strongly as I did, and for the things to play out the way they did, I'm also to blame. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because for my own hurt is what I'm saying. Because I could have kept myself from being
and like
hurt.
What with your intuition instead of just
right.
But like, how you gotta have blind faith though, because like you can't just assume that your partner is gonna cheat because you get an inkling that your partner might cheat and then they do it. Like that still doesn't put you at blame. Right. Like I just feel like you can't blame the other person for cheating. Like you cheated. You didn't deserve to get cheated on because you thought you may have gotten cheated. Like there may be something going on. Like now, if you were blatantly ignoring the signs, that's different than there being some things like here and there where there could leave room. Like, you know, there's blatant, like you open a phone, this person is like, meet me here at 6. Yeah, like, and then there's like, this conversation could be friendly or it could be a little suspect. Like that's.
And I'm not the type to go through people's phones,
right?
So like, I wouldn't have even. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think that the other person is ever to blame for that other person cheating. I feel like there are variables that add to that, but ultimately you laid down with the person. Like you did the cheating. So yeah, we would say that we're just gonna say maybe. And we really want to hear from you guys in the comment section. You know, let us know what y'all think. Let us know your personal experiences. She sleep. Yeah. Let us know in the comment section. We want to hear from you guys. Once a cheater, always a cheater. And what do you classify as cheating? Let us know what y'all think. You know, this is from one person who has been cheated on and one person who has never been cheated on. So this is just our perspective, but we want to hear from you from, you know, your perspective, whether you've been cheated on or not, or whether you're single and, you know, what your perspective going into your next relationship will be on cheating. Let us know in the comment section. Happy to have you back, Adventure fam. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We love you guys. Can't wait to talk with you next time. All right. Peace.